gathered for memorials such as this one. Why do we set aside this day to remember? The answer is because of the thousands of our nation's heroes that left home one day and did not return. Memorial Day is the day we set aside to honor our nation's fallen heroes. It is a day of solemn remembrance as we give our gratitude to the men and women who knew the cost of freedom and were willing to pay that price. Why do we remember? Today, we remember that each of those heroes was a life lost. They had their own story, personality, friendships, and their own dreams and plans for the future. They were our brothers, sisters, sons, daughters, mothers and fathers, husbands and wives. They were our teammates on our Little League team. They sat behind us in church, and they were our neighbors at the 4th of July cookout. Nathan Chapman, Sergeant First Class, United States Army, is an example. Nathan had an older brother, Keith, and was son to Lynn Chapman. Nathan was a very outgoing individual and loved socializing. Nathan grew up near military bases all his life and yearned for adventure. It did not surprise his family when he volunteered for Special Forces training. Nathan was also a husband and a father of 2 children. 4 months after 9/11, Nathan became the first soldier to lose their life in the war in Afghanistan. First Sergeant Chapman and all the brave men and women who gave their lives loved their life in America and believed in the land of the free. When their nation needed them, they answered the call of duty with unwavering loyalty and selflessness. Today, we remember the thousands who gave their life, but let us never forget that each one had their own story, personality, and family. Why do we remember? We remember to honor the sacrifices made and the willingness to make those sacrifices. A first lieutenant in the United States Marine Corps and a Naval Academy graduate, Travis Mannion, understood what sacrifice was. When asked by a relative why he chose to deploy to the Middle East again, Mannion responded, "If not me, then who?" Mannion was fatally wounded by a sniper as he attempted to draw away attention from his injured men due to an ambush. Mannion's bravery and sacrifice has gone on to change the lives of millions as he has lived on through his sister and the Travis Mannion Foundation. As Emily Potter stated, heroes never die. They live on in the hearts and mind of those who would follow in their footsteps. On this day, we look back and reflect on the heroes of our nation. But may we also look forward and continue the legacy of these heroes by exemplifying their bravery and patriotism. We, the American people, owe this to them. Why do we remember? We remember lest we forget. Never let us forget why we have our freedom. It is through the service, selflessness, and courage of men and women that gave up their life in defense of our nation. Our freedom has never been, nor will it ever, be free. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why we remember. May God comfort the families of the fallen. May God bless all servicemen and women, and may God bless America. Thank you.